This Map First Impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Map First Impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Oberkrebach. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or in the in-game mod hub, and is available for all platforms. This map is an interesting little small map, perfect for somebody that is willing to play on small to medium fields. It has all of the standard farm sim features, and the main farm includes the cow, sheep, and pig area, as well as a chicken coop. Then there's a separate farm for horses, and then there is a separate flat placeable area that you could purchase to basically build out your main farm if you wanted to. Let's go ahead and just load the map up here. Rid of a couple of these mods. I'll pull up the log. I will tell you that I've loaded this map up in testing with seasons just to get a general view of how everything looks. And I will tell you the map looks fairly well in seasons. You see in a lot of maps these days, now that seasons is just released, that this type of tree right here, the tree with the white bark on it. I don't know trees. I don't know what type of tree that is. But anyway, the tree with the white bark on it. We've seen lots of maps have interesting things going on with the tree. I think it's because they've used a Farm Sim 17 tree, or a tree that's got a different shader applied to it. So it's good to see that this map visually doesn't have issues with seasons. I did apply a layer of snow just to see how that looked visually, and overall it looked good. The map does not have a snow mask installed, so what Seasons is doing is it's falling back to the tip collisions, and basically the main roads are all fine. They're all uncovered when it snows. Most of the buildings here on the main farm are okay. There's a few exceptions. Half of this building here is uncovered. The other half has snow underneath of it. I think this building over here where the other two tractors are located has snow in it, and for the most part the animal triggers seem to be fine with respect to being snow free. So you should be okay to play on this map without a specific season's snow mask until maybe the map author updates this map. This map was in testing before Seasons was released, so we really can't expect this map, or hope that this map possibly have a snow mask installed. Let's go ahead and look at the PDA itself. See, this is a fairly small map. If we zoom all the way out, you can see the size of it compared to a standard size map. If we take a look at the lands area, see that we own fields 14 and 13. $132,000 on that. And then the main farm here is $353,000. There is a BGA here on the map, $104,000 for that. Horse farm is over here at $43,000. And H2 is that placeable area I mentioned, $155,000 for that. Let's take a look at some of these fields. Smallest area is field 15. $46,000 or $40,600. Field 5 is $76,000. Field 9 is $167,000. Field 19 is $159,000. So that'll kind of give you a general idea of the prices on the land. See, this map has our standard crops here, and if we go to the prices screen, you'll see that we have 3 main sell points here on the map that accept most of our standard crops. We also have a fair amount of crop in the silo if we start on new farmer mode. Other notable aspects are we have 3 sell points for cotton, 1 sell point for wool, we have a sell point for milk and eggs, and wood chips. Barn will accept hay, straw, grass, and silage, and this sell point up here will actually accept manure. If we take a look at the vehicle overview screen, you can see that we do not have any leased items Everything is well maintained and has no operating hours, so to speak. And we've got a fairly short list of equipment, but I think it's a pretty good assortment of equipment given the size of these fields. See that even though we own the horse, chicken, pigs, and not horses, but the cows, chicken, pigs, and sheep at the start, there are no animals at the beginning, and we do indeed have contracts available on the map. Let's take a look at the starting equipment. We start out with 3 tractors, Valtra N134, the Armatrack 1104, and the John Deere 6135M. These tractors range in horsepower from 110 to 145 horsepower. We have the 330 harvester with the PowerStream 500 header, HW80 trailer, and we go into the Salford plow, Polymag cultivator, and the Amazon D830 seeder. Got a forage wagon, a header trailer, weight, and then we move into the placeables. We actually have a modded cow pasture and pig enclosure. Then for standard enclosures, we have a sheep, horse, and chicken coop. We've got a modded fruit silo that accepts 200,000 liters, double the crop there on the fruit silo. We have a vehicle workshop and then our farmhouse. Let's go over here and take a look and see if we can buy these. We can indeed. So if we sell these placeables, we can indeed buy them back. Nothing special in miscellaneous. There is the modded fruit silo. Pair it 100,000 liters to the base game. The modded one also accepts significantly more crops. This only accepts our main crops that are grain based, whereas this one accepts our root crops, hay, straw, and grass, silage, chaff, wood chips, and pig food in addition. No extra decorations, sheds, or farmhouses. So let's take a look here around the main farm. Then we'll do a little bit of a fly around, and then we'll do a drive around. Of course, we have our farmhouse here with our sleep trigger. Right there. Garage. We have our little side shed with our Valtra and our Armatrack. Armatrack, if you've never used it, is a really great yard tractor. Really something that I think more people should make use of, including myself. Way around here, we've got, you can see some storage. Now, these buildings here did have snow in them when I did apply the snow layer in seasons. Again, if you can just ignore that, there will be plenty of time for the map author to add a proper snow mask into the map. We've got diesel fuel here, a workshop trigger, and our modded grain silo. More equipment. All storage. I really like these buildings that are here on the map. Too bad that they are not removable. If you start this map up on Farm Manager or start from scratch, farm is built out exactly the way you see it here, with the exception that the farm equipment is not present. Here we have our chicken coop. Since this is a base game chicken coop, you should be able to use the enhanced animal area or the extended animal area mod to add the water fill pipes to these. Here we have our sheep, and this is a standard sheep area, so if you want to use the extended animals mod, you can do so for the water valve. Since it is standard, we really don't need to demonstrate it or talk about where the triggers are located. And then the rest of the animals are around back. So we've got this kind of this tiled concrete roadway going back to the animals. Got a bit of a pond here. Now I do have to say that this map feels very, very familiar. This map is by RitchiF, and he's put out a few other maps in Farm Sim 17 and 19. A lot of his maps, they end up having a very similar feel to them. I don't know if he just basically is taking a base setup and making changes to it, but they all just feel so similar that you almost have to go back and look and see, did I already do a video on this map? Because it feels like I have. Went back and I looked, and I didn't do a video on a map named this, but again, it feels very, 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 I would say probably 17 different varies similar to some other maps that I definitely have done videos on. So here we have the pig area. We've got our food trough, water trough. Then we have our slurry. Don't have the walls on the manure pit. We just have a open exposed manure pad, if you will. Then we have our animal buy trigger right there. Then we come around and basically make our way up to the horses. Not the horses, the cows. Sorry. We have the animal buy point. Milk trigger, food trough, then the water trough, our straw trigger. We didn't see the straw trigger for the pigs, did we? Slurry, and then the manure is going to pile up over there. We do have a few grass areas here included in the farmlands. W1, 2, and 3. They're not big, but we do have grass, so we would have grass for our sheep and our cows here. Didn't see any sort of silage bunker associated with our farm here. Probably just wouldn't fit. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get ready and take to the skies with a little bit of a flyover. Then we'll come back to the shop and do a little bit of a drive around. Don't need to get too terrible high because this is a very small map. So there's the pond that we saw when we came up the tiled roadway to the pig farm here. And then the cow area up there. Got a bit of a little placeable area off here to the side. Something small, maybe like some fill silos, maybe fill triggers or whatever. Main farm, and then our chicken and sheep area. And we have our driveway out here to a little bit of a side street. Got kind of our main downtown area. We have our shop. A few sell points over here. Farms, or not farms, fields. Small forest. Our sawmill. Horse farm. And then up here we have H2, which is the placeable area that you can buy. Right next to the BGA. More interior fields. We were animal dealer. Some more fields. Here are those 3 grass areas I talked about, H1, 2, and 3. And then a large portion of this side is dedicated to this this pond area. Like you can come in here and get a water trigger off of that. Then we have another cell point down here. So that is pretty much the map. It is, like I said, it's a small map for folks who are looking to play with small to medium-sized fields. Go ahead and land here at the shop, get ourselves our Mahindra, and do a little bit of a drive around. Sorry, I did forget to bring up the mini map during the flyover. But like I said, I think the map is so small that it's not going to be that hard to figure out where we were at. Got our customized sell and repair trigger right here, as well as a fuel depot right here by the shop. This is the road that's going to take us around to our driveway, kind of the side street. Make our way down here to one of our sell points. Also looks like it includes a lime fill station. Yep, the lime station is around the back. Here we have our dump point, our sell point, and then we have our lime station. Well, this is an interesting. This is interesting down here at this bridge. It's kind of a, I guess, like a pumping station. It's pretty cool how that's set up. I think it's a very attractive map for anyone, like I said, that is looking for a casual play, something that's not going to be super time intensive, something that's not going to require you to be really heavily dedicated. Invest a whole bunch of hours into. Probably spend 20-30 hours on this map and have accomplished a fair bit. For this part of the drive, let's just go ahead and go in cab and just kind of stroll. This is the side of our farm. See the pigs and the cow area. Got some more fields. The map is flat-ish, but it is not flat as a board. That is for sure. I think it's fairly well done. It's not overly hilly. The size of the play area, that is. Here we have our animal dealer. So we have our animal trigger right here. Head back and make our way around to the H2 area just to just give a little look at that. Also going up here to the BGA. This road kind of will take us down along the side of the farm. Looking at the Looking at the PDA, it looks like there is a side access here. Got that road, and then it looks like there's a side road that we could come off of the main farm area, because this was a road back to the cows and the pigs. Here we have our digestate out point. We have our digester, but no silage bunkers over here. You're going to have to figure out some other way of doing silage or putting your own bunkers down. I think there's enough space here to possibly do that. Let's go ahead and just try that out. Now some big ones. Probably too big. Put a single big one down probably. Double small one. Put a double small one down without too much of an issue. Try a single big. See what it looks like. Assuming you let you put it down here, that doesn't look like too bad of an issue. Of course, we don't own the area, so it won't let us put it down. Here's your entrance into H2. Buy this just for its grass, or since it's nice and flat, come in here and paint the surface down however you want and build out a secondary farm, or build out your main farm up here and just leave that area down there to its own devices. Given the fact that the main farm only costs $300 and some thousand in farm manager mode or start from scratch, you could really start and buy that whole area without too much problem. Now in start from scratch, you probably would need to lease some farm equipment to get going, do contracts, because you wouldn't really maybe have too much to buy the starting fields, but you should be able to buy some of the smaller fields without too much of a hassle. We have another sell point. For anybody that's new to my style of map video, I like to drive through the sell points just in case there's an issue with a trigger area. We have what looks like a restaurant. That is a sell point, probably the barn. This is probably the barn sell point here, or a hay, straw, grass, and silage. Then we have the horse farm over here. This is just an in-game horse pen, so we really don't need to go into any details as to where the triggers are. From this angle, the map boundary looks pretty nice. That mountain off in the distance. Got our main forest down here. It's be very nicely set up. Forest road. It's not all flat like sometimes we see the forest. Got a fair bit of forest undergrowth and everything through here. It's pretty darn good. All right, let's try to cut through here to the sawmill. Here we have the sawmill. We have our wood chip trigger and our log trigger clearly marked. It's always good to see things clearly marked so we're not having to struggle to figure out where they are. And then we're coming back around to where the store was. Pretty much done our little tour. This is likely the spinnery. Let's just check and see. We are indeed at the spinnery for our wool. Now, I think the spinnery accepts cotton also. But remember, we have two other sell points that also will take our cotton. This is the final sell point. Look at what we'll do is we'll take this little side street. This then winds its way up around the two starting fields. It's field 13. Field 14. This field winds around and connects up to the back road and connects in here to the main farm. So guys, that is it. That is Oberkrebach. Oberkrebach. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. I honestly forget from the start of the map. There we go. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this little map? It's pretty nice. Like I said, it is not prepared for seasons with respect to having its own unique snow mask. It does default well to the tip collision mask with respect to snow being clear from the main streets. Snow is about 50-50 with respect to not under or under roof here at the main farm. The pig and cow areas are definitely clear of snow, and the triggers, for the most part, are free over here with the sheep. Look for this map possibly to be updated with its own unique snow mask at some point in the future. It's really unfair to judge this map based on the fact that it doesn't have a snow mask, because clearly this map was in with Giants testing long before Seasons was released. So guys, let me know in the comments again what you think of this map. And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.